Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved, immortal beings, and good-looking people. Maybe you're good-looking because you're always looking for and finding the good in life. And you found good in abundance. You tuned in consciously and conscientiously to Eye on Las Vegas with your humble host, Barry Shore, known as the ambassador of joy. And we're going to be just reveling in joy today as you're going to be joined by the person who makes joy his very avocation and vocation. Okay, I'm just going to talk about Las Vegas, why we do I in Las Vegas, because the two words Las Vegas is known by almost every human being on earth. This is a place right here in the desert of the Southwest United States that 41 million people come through to and around and about every single year. That's more than the population of greater New York City, combined with the population of Chicago, combined with the population of Los Angeles, all coming through this amazing place called Las Vegas, which is a haven of freedom and expression. It's like the Pirate Cove, and you're going to meet a chief pirate right now. Amazing fellow, dear friend, and get ready and buckle up for the Marcus Weiss experience. Marcus, please say hello to 403,892 people around the world.
Hello, everyone. If you have not believed in magnetism up to this point, I invite you to believe in it now because it is happening. This gentleman, Barry, is phenomenal, is astounding, is just fantastic. And we know this because he's joy.
Joy. But this show is really about Marcus. I am humbled and honored that Marcus accepted our invitation to be on the Eye in Las Vegas. And if I start reading to you all the things that Marcus has accomplished, it would take the whole show. So I'm not going to do that. I am going to highlight three things. And it's only because when you start dropping names, people like that. So Marcus is an experienced experiencer. He has performed as a member of the Blue Man Group. Anybody who's been through Las Vegas knows anything about entertainment in Las Vegas, it is one of the anchors of experience in Las Vegas, the Blue Man Group. He's also been involved in Second City. He's also been involved in Cirque du Soleil. He's been involved in New York's Naked Angels, and on and on and on and on and on. That's one. Number two is that his whole being is involved with empowering people to embrace positivity, awe, wonder, and gratitude. And the number three, which is the foundation underlying everything, is his devotion to his family, his wonderful wife, Anastasia, and his two sons, Jacob and Lucas. And he juggles them with love and caring, kindness, and aplomb. So without any further ado, we're just going to jump right in. Member of the Blue Man Group. And I'm going to use a great line that I was raised with from a wonderful show called The Smell of the Grease Paint and the Roar of the Crowd. And if you don't know that, you don't know that? If you don't know that, oh my gosh, even you, Marcus.
I must. I am Googling as I speak.
Smell of the grease paint and the roar of the crowd. It is an amazing allusion to the essence of what performance is all about. And I urge everybody to look it up and you'll find out. By the way, everything you want to know about Marcus Weiss, and you do want to know, is in the show notes for I in Las Vegas. And you can also go to my website, barryshore.com, BARRYSHORE. There's so much to know and to be involved with Marcus. Let's just jump right in here and talk about my favorite subject, which is joy. Now, joy is a great acronym. Those of you who follow me and know my work on the Joy of Living podcast, joy is a great acronym that stands for Journey of You. Joy, Journey of You. See, this show is not about Barry Shore, great guy that he is, or Marcus Weiss, amazing being that he is. It's about you, Y-O-U, you becoming the best you possible. So Marcus, let's just jump right in. And from your perspective, how is it that joy ignites the fuel of life?
Joy to me is what allows us, indeed invite to move forward. It's that thing, right, that we look forward to. Because I think we're all moving towards a feeling. And are we moving towards a feeling that doesn't feel good? No. The only reason we're going towards a feeling that doesn't feel good at any time is in the hopes that once we get past that, we get to a place of light. You know, that's the thing we're born with. We're all in the belly and we feel great and we feel loved and we feel enough. And then we come out and life is hard. And looking for it, we keep looking for that feeling. And I believe that feeling is a feeling of safety and goodness. And so igniting, I believe, on purpose, igniting the fuel of our lives through feelings of joy, like in the moment. So rather than just looking forward in the future, this is what's so great, is that when we create it in our lives on purpose with attention and intention, then it propels us to move to the next thing. It gives us the energy, the vitality to tackle the things that we need to tackle, to get over the obstacles, to get through the challenges, right? So it serves two purposes. It gives us energy in the moment, and it propels us forward to get to more of it in the future.
Woo!
Yes.
So let's unpack a few things here, because
yes,
I want to applaud Marcus on something that he knows he said, and I don't think he realizes how germane it is. Everybody in the world today talks about AI, and they call it artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
But you just learned a more inspirational aspect of AI: attention and intention. That's really what AI is about, because it's about the human experience. Human experience needs AI, attention, intention, which is what you just talked about. Wonderful, Marcus. By the way, those of you who are able, and I know around the world people have different mechanisms which why they receive and listen to this podcast. If you're able to watch, I'm just urging you to find a way to do it, because Marcus is so expressive. His very facial expressions are unique. I think that's one of the reasons that you were chosen to be involved with the Blue Man Group, because even without the blue, you have this remarkable way of being able to shine forth rays of love and wisdom and honesty and authenticity. And I appreciate it so much. Let's actually have a little fun here. And because people really do care. I mean, you've been involved with the Blue Man Group, with Second City and Cirque du Soleil. Let's talk about Blue Man Group first, because it's an experience, isn't it? When people come to Las Vegas. So what is it like, first of all, to have auditioned for and be chosen to participate in the Blue Man Group? Mm-hmm. And as you did it, what is it that you experience on a daily basis? Because you're going to give how many performances a day and how many per week?
Well, so when I was in Blue Man Group, I did it for just over 10 years. I started.
Wow.
Yes, I started the show in Las Vegas. I was part of the original cast at the Luxor, and then I did it for just over 10 years. And so, oh gosh, I did probably somewhere around 3,500 to 4,000 shows.
Let's unpack that. 3,000, 4,000 shows. Hello. And each show had probably plus minus 300 people, let's say.
Oh, more than that. Barry. Okay. More than that.
Let's say 500.
At least. I mean, the house held over 1,000 people.
Okay, let's go to 1,000. Let's say 3,000 shows and 1,000 people. 3 million people. 3 million people, Marcus.
Yes. So, 3 million people have been affected and hopefully infected in a good way with Barry joy.
Joy.
I'm telling you, here's the thing. You asked, how did I audition and sort of get into Blue Man Group? And here's what's so amazing. I was in New York City I was an actor. This was many moons ago, okay? And I was head first, right? Face on. This is New York City, right? It's dark and dim and it's hard. And that's how I was approaching it. And I would take anything that I got. I dressed up as a gorilla to go up Empire State Building. I took the elevator. But there I was. I went up for $50. And then I would go and I would dress up as a stick of butter on Long Island. And I was in a box, in a yellow box, and I was sad. I was crying in my box. And I got $75, and I was an actor. And here's the thing. One day, I'm down in the village, and it's raining, literally raining and dark and dirty, right? And I'm down there, and towards me walks my friend Jimmy Ludwig. And I give him 100% credit. Jimmy, if you're out there, you know the day I'm talking about. It's when he came walking down the road, straight as an arrow, with a toothy grin, singing to himself in the rain like this. And I was like, Jimmy, what are you doing, dude? This is New York. You're going to get mugged. You can't walk around like that. And he's like, well, I'm coming from work. And I asked Barry, I said, what work is that? What work is that? And he said, Blue Man Group. And I was in that moment, the hair on my arms, because I don't have any on my head, is standing on end, because in that moment, I knew, Barry, not here, but here, that I needed me some of that. I needed me some of what he was having, of what was inside of him, what somehow got into him that then turned on his candle, his light, that then allowed him to move through New York City in that way, in this rainy, dark, dirty place. He's walking around like exactly
Sunshine on a cloudy day.
Exactly, Barry. I know you know what we're talking about. And I didn't know what Blue Man Group was. I had no idea what it was. And it didn't, and this is key. It didn't matter to me what it was. It didn't matter to me what they did, how they did it. If they get to a place where they feel like that and go out and share themselves that way with the world, I gotta be a part of that. And I went, and they happen to need drummers. I was a drummer. They happen to need people who are expressive, like you said, without talking, because the character doesn't speak. And then I got the job. I didn't know what was going on, but I got the job, and it was in Vegas, which is this land of no irony. Have you noticed that? Vegas is the land of unmitigated yes.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. That is a quote for the ages.
Yes.
Las Vegas is the land of unmitigated yes.
There it is, dude. There it is. And listen, I grew up in Switzerland, where if you suggested an imitation Eiffel Tower or a water show in the desert or a sphere with ads on it, people would go, what are you talking about? See this face? Like, no. But here it's like, let's go.
Yeah, why not?
Let's go, why not?
Unmitigated yes.
Unmitigated yes. And so every day, to those 3 million people over time, Blue Man Group as a company, as a group of people who founded the show, their first intention was to bring joy to the world. That is, we studied the history of the founders, and they got together, and some were drummers, some were, computer scientists and actors, and they just threw everything in a pot and did whatever they could to create that in their audience, which is why years later, there's this show that's an experience. Is there a plot? No. Is it an experience? Yes. Are people connected and celebrating at the end in a state of joy, which they then carry out of the show? Unmitigated. Yes.
Yeah. And carry with them, not just from the show, they carry that spark of Blue Man Group wherever they go, whatever country, wherever city they are, and they speak about it. And every time they speak about it, it lightens them. And that's the genius of sharing. Now, we talk about sharing. We have a great sponsor that loves us, and we wouldn't have them. We didn't think they were valuable for you to look at. We'll be right back with more Marcus right after this brief message. Don't go away, because he is great.
What if you could shop at your favorite local stores, swipe your current credit card, and get extra cashback rewards? And what if you could also have donations sent to your favorite cause at no extra cost to you? What if this amazing program was absolutely free and very simple to set up? Well, What If is here. Welcome to Einstein Cares, where your everyday shopping gives you and your favorite cause extra money. It's fast, it's easy, and effortless.
Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved, immortal beings, and good-looking people. Remember, you're good-looking because you're always looking for and finding the good. Our cup runneth over with good. His name is Marcus Weiss, and he is the essence of experience. We just learned something amazing about life and about Las Vegas. Why people love being here, by the way. Are they attracted, they think, to the gaming and the shows? And yes, it's really about unmitigated yes. Las Vegas has the feeling of yes. So we talked about the fact that Marcus was in Blue Man Group, not for one or two shows. He was there for 10 years amongst the first people in this show. And I'm sure there's a camaraderie amongst all the people who perform in Blue Man Group around the world now, because it is a worldwide phenomenon. Let's just delve in a little deeper and say again a big thank you to Jimmy. And I want to talk about something that you and I have discussed previously, and that is what other people call the power of magnetism, what I call the law of attraction. So I'm going to say like this: law is an interesting word. When people hear the word law, they tend to feel constricted, and they think about that thing on the top of a cop car going, meh, 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 and they feel a little bit of fear. You and I know, and this is really important for our audience, that law stands for love awakens wonder. That's what law is all about. Love awakens wonder. So when you were walking on the street and it was cold and it was raining and you were in a mood, so you thought, well, that's just the way things are. Really, your inner being was reaching out and was attracting Jimmy. And that's why Jimmy came to you. Is that fair to say, wonderful Marcus?
Yes, I think that is absolutely fair to say that something in me was alive enough. Something in me knew that is something that I wanted, that my soul wanted. And I deeply believe that is something that all of us want. And that part of me was my heart. And the part of me that was not already living in it was arguably perhaps this part. This part of us that is oftentimes the monkey making noise on top of our neck, whatever it is, the thing that was convincing me that it was dark and dirty and cold and hard and that the world,
really it was all bright and sunny and wonderful, even in the midst of dark and cold and rainy. So when Barry Shore experienced rain, he says, I'm singing in the rain, singing in the rain. What a wonderful feeling. We're happy. So I want to mention to you, and you're the one who brought this up, and it's so wonderful. So you were also in Cirque du Soleil.
Yes.
Cirque du Soleil is another group that was founded with an idea. And the idea, of course, was to touch people in a mechanism unlike the, in quotation marks, traditional circus with the sawdust and the animals and things like that. So what was it about Cirque du Soleil that attracted you?
Okay, so I am still currently working for Cirque du Soleil as a clown. Okay.
Woo!
Thank you. I work for O, which is at the Bellagio. And what attracted me, or what magnetized both of us together, was this sense again of bringing joy in real time to people in a very open and intimate way. And that's really what clowning is all about. What I do there is find a way to be in complete presence, open, no past, no future, just the here and now. And so, and to me, Cirque du Soleil, every show has this aspect. You're in this world that exists in the here and now for an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes, whatever it is, that elicits these feelings and elicits this sense that the world is, like you said, full of wonder, and that sharing, like you said, with this law. I just love this. Love awakens wonder. So this idea of opening up and sharing true love and light awakens this wonder in people. And I believe that if they can awaken that sense in the show, they can take that with them, knowing that it's possible in life. You just have to see, like you said, see the rain. It's like, it's a wonderful feeling and dripping on my face, or whatever it is. That we find a way to experience that. And so it was that, being able to do that, the honor of being able to do that in a Cirque du Soleil show in this heightened way, was something that I had to find a way to do and get involved.
Ooh, so you were seeking them out as well as them. There was a mutual attraction.
Sure. I think so. I mean, logistically, the way that it happened was, I got to audition like through a friend, but I think you and I understand this law of attraction, the law of magnetism, is that we're all electromagnetic beings, and when we can find a way to create this sense of vibration within us, that others or other things feel that, their electromagnetism grows, and then, like magnets, we're eventually attracted towards one another. And you can see that happening when you walk into a store and you're like this, and somebody turns to you and just smiles. That's it.
That's it. By the way, that's it. So I want to mention a couple of things, because you've been using this word share, and share is one of my more favorite words in the world. And we love acronyms, as people know who follow us. Share is a magnificent, important word that stands for spreading happiness and rejuvenating energy. And that's what Marcus does. So interesting. The word clown to me has always been an enigma, and wrapped in a riddle, of course. So take the word clown in English, CLOWN. The OWN has two interesting words, three words in it. The word own, OWN, because you're going to own it, own the moment. It also has the word now. Like you said, being present now is one of the greatest aspects of being a clown. Because when you hear people respond to you, I think it gives you an extra boost. So in other words, a Tuesday night show may not be the same as a Wednesday night or a Thursday night, vis-a-vis how Marcus is responding, because of the vibe in the audience. So you're in the now. And when you do that well, you have WON, won. You're the winner. And when you win, when you've won, now you're literally feeding back to the audience. Is this fair to say that it's a reciprocal, responsive situation?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And when you can establish that as a performer, or as anyone who shows up to the show of your life, when the curtain goes up, and you establish that we are here in the now. I see what you see. I feel what you feel. You see me. I see you. We are here together. Then you can then take them on a journey, or on a ride, or whatever it is that you want to take them on. And it's really important that you, like you said, that you've won once you're in that now.
Woo! So here's some questions that people, I'm sure, are burning with. How many people in the Cirque du Soleil troupe that you're with? That's one. And how many shows do you do in a week?
Oh gosh, that's a great question. So I don't know. Are there close, like somewhere like 60, 70 people on stage? Don't quote me on this, but there's a lot of artists, per night, somewhere in the high 2 digits. And then I am what they call an on-call. So I go in when the steady person is out for whatever reason. And so I just performed a couple of days ago. I have a monthly rotation. That means I go in at least once a month. And then if they take a vacation or somebody is injured, then I go in for longer periods of time. So for Cirque du Soleil, I don't perform on a regular basis. I go in intermittently. So,
which actually is very good, because that allows you to work in the processes. And again, everything you want to know about Marcus, and you do want to know a lot, he has courses. He has the ability to shift your perspective in life. So you want to go to I in Las Vegas. Everything about Marcus is there. Go to my website, barryshaw.com, and learn more about what Marcus is, what he does, and how he can help you. Because remember, this show is all about you being the best you. That's what joy is really all about, the journey of you. And with that particular issue, Marcus, let's talk about what happens with the human condition, which people get in what they call it a rut. We call it a groove, but really it's about breaking patterns in one's life. Mm-hmm. From your perspective, because you went through stuff, how does one effectively break patterns?
So one way to break a pattern, because you can see it and feel it easily, is in the physical body. So one thing that I like to do is what I call the stop technique. And that is literally stopping yourself from feeling what I like to call an unresourceful feeling, which is just anything on this side of the feeling spectrum that doesn't feel good, basically. So let's say you're not feeling good. Ultimately, you want to default to breaking that pattern and feeling better. And the way to do this is to rehearse, just like I as a performer, which means to practice with emotion, this technique. And that is the following. You sit down and you imagine the thing that makes you feel stressed, and you feel it on purpose. Then you stand up and you say the word stop, and you breathe in, put a smile on your face, and say, I am magnificent. Yes. And then you celebrate. You celebrate yourself, which means that was good. Let's do more of it. And then you do that 10 times in a row. Feel bad, interrupt the pattern, and put something positive in the space that is created once you interrupt. Because if you do not put something good in, then you'll just eventually keep, if you just stop the pattern and don't replace it, you'll eventually just keep going back to that pattern. So rehearse this, practice it before the stressful thing happens.
So
that's what I like to do. Physically interrupt yourself.
Paternus interruptus.
Mm-hmm.
Let's understand something, because we're coming to the close of our show for the moment. Marcus is a great performer. Great performances on stage, as an athlete, in any position in life, takes practice, and perfect practice. There's a saying out there, practice makes perfect. It's actually the wrong quote. Perfect practice makes perfect. In other words, you want to practice something and do it right. Do it just like Marcus urged you. You don't want to just stop and then stop. No, you need to shake it up, baby. Breathe, sit down, do that 10 times, and replace with a positive, purposeful, powerful, pleasant image. And then you will be part of the Blue Man Group, the Cirque du Soleil, because you're on the world stage. Every human being is on the world stage. We need every single person involved to be able to shift the energy of the planet. Marcus, we're coming to a close in this particular experience together. I have 3 quick questions for you. You ready?
Yes.
Number 1, will you come back again?
I would love to. Yes.
Okay. Yes. That's an unmitigated yes. Number 2, you have only 80 seconds to answer this. Marcus Weiss, what is your most fervent desire in life?
To uplift souls, including my own, on a daily basis. And a day is comprised of moment to moment, which means that every moment can be and will be meaningful. So that is my purpose, is to uplift.
Uplift. On that wonderful high note, May I give you a hug in front of 403,892 people around the world?
Yes.
Okay, hug stands for heartfelt, unlimited giving. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And our blessing for Marcus and Barry is go forth, live exuberantly, spread the seeds of joy, happiness, peace, and love. Go mad. Go make a difference. Marcus, don't go away.